Logan Beatty was a brick wall for the Wall Crimson Knights. The sophomore goalie had 18 wins and an outstanding 2.24 goals against average and a save percentage of 91.3. Among his highlights was a 40-save performance against CBA and 2 shutouts, including a 1-0 win over Mahwah in the second round of the state playoffs. Beatty already has 1,023 saves in his high school career, and he has 2 more years to wear the Wall jersey. Ryan Burns joins teammates Beatty and Shane Haviland as members of the 2017 SSE All-Zone hockey team. Burns had 25 goals and 27 assists for 52 points on a Wall team that reached its first ever state final. Coach Mike Dianora calls Burns Mr. Everything. He was the team's #1 center, but switched over to lead the Crimson Knights on defense during their state finals run. Burns had 4 3-goal games and 1 4-goal effort in his junior season. Ryan Carr was the offensive leader of Point Pleasant Borough, but was just as valuable in the defensive zone. A two-way player that excelled and helped the Panthers on both ends of the ice. Carr had 26 goals and 11 assists and sparked the Panthers to a quarterfinals run in the Public B State playoffs. Carr had a 5-goal game against Toms River East and back-to-back hat tricks against Manasquan and Jackson Memorial. Coach Ryan Bogan called Corey Clifton CBA's thermometer this season. When he was hot, the Colts got going. With 14 goals and 10 assists, Clifton led by example all year and was looked up to by the entire CBA locker room. He was one of the best face-off men in the state, winning 78% of draws. Corey is set to play Division I hockey at Quinnipiac, on one of the top college programs in the nation. Jack Conrad represents the Southern Regional Rams on the All-Zone hockey team. The senior captain helped Southern to an outstanding 18-8-1 record and a spot in the Hanshin Cup Finals. Conrad had 4 2-goal games and a hat trick against Jackson Memorial. Conrad piled up 33 goals over the final 2 seasons of his high school career with great moves from close range and a deadly wrist shot from the wing. Derrick Contessa closed out an amazing career playing 4 years for the CBA Colts. There was not a player in New Jersey who performed in big games like the CBA forward. He had 4 goals in last year's Gordon Cup Championship, and this year he scored a hat trick against Del Barton, handing the state champs their only loss of the season. Contessa had 13 goals in his senior season and finished his career with 108 points. Howell's Ryan D'Amelio made one of the most dramatic jumps in production in New Jersey high school hockey. After 6 goals in his junior campaign, D'Amelio scored 39 goals, totaling 55 points. The senior had a 12-game goal-scoring streak and closed out his high school career in style with 8 goals in the final 3 games of the Rebels season. D'Amelio also provided leadership, serving as Howell's captain in his senior year. Ryan D'Amelio was a gritty winger who helped Middletown South to an outstanding 19-5-1 record. He's provided some fantastic highlight reel goals over the last 3 years. D'Amelio had 18 goals and 23 assists in his senior season. During the final games of his high school career, he was unselfish setting up his teammates. Ryan had 6 straight games where he had a helper, a total of 10 assists. For his career, D'Amelio finished with 45 goals and 41 assists. Rumson Fairhaven's Connor Devaron closed out his career as the Bulldogs' all-time leader in goals and points. He averaged over 2.5 points a game throughout his 4 years on the ice at RFH. Originally a defenseman, his move up front resulted in one of the Shore's most consistent scoring threats. Connor had 30 goals in his senior season as he dangerously weaved in the offensive zone and delivered lethal shots. Devaron credits his teammates for his 110 goals and 188 total points wearing a Rumson jersey. Coach Matt Clemente says that John DiNocenzo is one of the best leaders in the history of the Middletown North hockey program. Dino had 21 goals and 18 assists in his senior season as he helped lead the Lions to the state semifinals for the 3rd consecutive year, a huge jump from his 10-goal junior season. DiNocenzo saved his best games for the postseason, starting with a 5-goal outburst in the Lions' opening round win over Wayne Hills, followed by 2 goals, including the sudden death overtime winner against Chatham. Coach Clemente called Dino's playoff performance epic and something that will be talked about by Middletown North players, coaches, and fans for a long time. John Gillette represents the St. John Vianney Lancers on the 2017 All-Zone Hockey Squad. Gillette had 14 goals and 22 assists for a young team that has the potential to be among the state's very best in the coming years. SJV had an 11-8-4 record, reaching the Dowd Cup Finals and the second round of the non-public state hockey tournament. The sophomore will be back to lead a Lancers team that had numerous freshmen and sophomores contribute at the varsity level. Middletown South's Gavin Goulash made a major impact to start his senior season as he delivered 4 goals in the Eagles' season-opening win against rival Middletown North. Goulash had 17 goals and 16 assists, despite fighting through a shoulder injury. One of the most dangerous players in the Shore Conference, Goulash wasn't at 100% in the state semifinals, but was able to score a pair of goals against Wall. He called the 4 years playing at Middletown South the best experience of his life. Goulash thanked his teammates and Mid-South Nation for their support. The Eagles faithful celebrated many a shoe trick on the ice when Goulash hit the 3-goal mark at home. Middletown North's John Hallard is one of the best sophomores in New Jersey. The Lions defenseman was a true two-way threat, posting 19 goals and 21 assists. Hallard had a 7-game goal-scoring streak, and in the state playoffs, he had 4 assists in the Lions' opening round win against Wayne Hills. Hallard can deliver a blast from the point and doesn't neglect his duties in the defensive zone. John Hallard has 2 more years to lead Middletown North on the ice. If SSZ ran a fantasy hockey league, there's no doubt that Freehold Township's Max Halverson would have been a first-round draft pick. The senior became the Patriots' all-time leading scorer after an amazing 47 goals and 41 assists. What's even more amazing is the fact that Max didn't start playing on the ice until his freshman year. An accomplished roller hockey star who plays professionally, he finishes his high school ice hockey career with 88 goals and 177 points. Halverson had 10 games where he scored 3 or more goals, including 6 4-goal games. Matt Kemak was the captain of Point Pleasant Borough and a steady force on the blue line. Coach Alex DePalma calls Matt the backbone of his team, who never missed practice and played nearly the entire game without needing rest. Kemak had 15 goals and 19 assists, no doubt an offensive defenseman. He delivered a hat trick against Toms River East and stepped up with the game winner against St. Rose in the first round of the Shore Conference tournament. Julian Kislin has been honored at every SSZ winter sports banquet, and with good reason. The Freehold Township defenseman closed out an outstanding high school career with 24 goals and 35 assists from the blue line. Kislin's shot was one of the deadliest in New Jersey, and he made passes that gave his teammates easy opportunities to light the lamp. Kislin has signed a national letter of intent to play Division I hockey at Northeastern, and he will forever be a part of Shore Sports Zone history thanks to his amazing highlight 2 years ago that put SSZ and Freehold Township on the map as the #1 play on ESPN SportsCenter. Point Pleasant Borough's Cooper Klotz waited for his opportunity to lead the Panthers program in net, and he did not disappoint, helping his team reach the state quarterfinals, the best postseason performance in school history. Klotz made 432 saves and had an outstanding 91.4 save percentage. He had 2 shutouts, including a 3-0 win over Shore Conference champ Jackson Memorial in the finals of the Winding River Christmas Tournament, earning Klotz MVP honors. Ryan Lambert was named Team MVP of the Middletown South Eagles. The senior scored 18 goals and 26 assists, finishing his career with over 150 points. Lambert's calling card was setting up shop in front of the net. He had the knack for finding the loose puck and scoring on rebounds. Lambert delivered a 2-goal, 2-assist performance against rival Middletown North to earn MVP honors as the Eagles retained the Mayor's Cup. Brick Township's J.T. Maloney was a scoring machine for the Green Dragons. Maloney posted 32 goals and 19 assists in his senior season as he finished his 4-year career with 72 goals. Maloney had the ability to create opportunities thanks to his amazing skating and stick handling. Maloney's final game was quite a swan song. He scored 7 goals and 3 assists in a win against Toms River East. Red Bank Catholic goalie Ciaran Mcnellis turned heads in net for the Caseys, earning the respect of the entire Shore Conference for his outstanding play. Mcnellis had 8 games with 40 or more saves and finished with a 3.33 goals against average and a 90.2 save percentage. Coach Joe Zeb said that Ciaran's leadership and work ethic on and off the ice helped RBC compete with some of the best teams in the Shore and state. The way he carries himself as an athlete and the way he approaches the game is something to be admired at all levels. Ciaran Mcnellis will be back between the pipes for Red Bank Catholic next season. St. Rose's Alex Phipps was always delivering big goals whenever SSZ cameras came to the rink. It started with this game winner to give the Purple Roses a 2-1 win at the Red Bank Armory against Rumson Fairhaven. Phipps had 18 goals and 22 assists in his senior season and finished with 141 career points. When it comes down to stats, it's hard to quantify the value of a defenseman, but CBA blue liner Sam Weber has one number that sums it all up: plus 29. When he was on the ice, the Colts were at their very best. With 2 goals and 8 assists, Sam was able to generate offense from the defensive zone and was without question one of CBA's leaders. Weber's career was highlighted by a state championship in 2015 and a Gordon Cup title in 2016.